Hello everyone and welcome back. This is my guide to Act 7. I'm going to show you the quickest way through and how to kill all the bosses on the way. There are no optional areas in here, so there'll be no map at the end. Hope you find this useful. Okay, once we get to Act 7, our mission is to go straight through this town. Okay, if you want to get the flask from Wayland Roth, then you can run this area and try and find the box in the castle. If you don't require this box, then just head left at the arena straight away. There we are. The castle tends to be up in this direction or across the top of the arena. If it's not there, then it could be anywhere. So dirty lockbox, silver locket, that's what you want. As soon as we got that, find the road and follow it all the way to the edge of the arena where our exit will be. Okay, we're now in the crossroads, which is, if you remember, we came in the other way from Act 2, so we know roughly where the waypoint is. Grab the waypoint, and now you're going to head straight down, following the road. Once you get to the bottom, head into the Fellshrine Ruins. Once in the Fellshrine Ruins, follow the road until you get to the cathedral. This is an awfully long way. Now, as soon as we find this building here, head to the crypt. Now in the crypt, grab the waypoint. In here, we're looking for a sarcophagus that will take us down to the next level. There's the sarcophagus. In the second layer, we are looking for a little separated area. It's like a little island. There will be a quest marker on it. Okay, so here is the quest marker, so you'll see what I mean in a minute by islands. So yeah, it's a little floaty bit connected just by two doors. Open the chest and grab Malagara's map. Once you got this, you can log out. Now that we're back in, I'm just going to hand in the amulet to get the flask, and we will be going diamond because we are going to do a crypt build. Once we got it, go back to the waypoint and go back to the crossroads. This is where we get the waypoint because we have to come back here. If you forget to get it, you've got to run all the way back, which is a real pain. So in here, we're going to the Chamber of Sins, just like we did in Act 2, which is straight upwards. Head to the Chamber of Sins, level 1. In here, we head inwards, trying to find a way to the centre. So I can see the centre, I just don't have a straight path to it yet. Now normally the entrance to the middle is in the top. Obviously it wasn't on this occasion, which means it's at the bottom. Grab the waypoint, talk to Silk, and then use the map in the map device. Enter a portal. And then once we're in here, we'll basically walk to the edge of this island and go round it until we find a bridge. It's literally the last place we're going to look on this island. Yep, there we go. Once you find it, head up the left-hand side of the wall in this area and look for the next bridge. In this case, it's in the next same island, which is not what we wanted, so find the other one. Once we're in here, head straight upwards. Okay, Malagara's workshop. I tend to drop a portal here because he can one-shot you sometimes. Once inside, we're going to hit him quite a few times and hope to not die. As I say, it does a lot of damage and most of it's chaos. When you drop into certain health levels, he will spawn these minions in and then pop back to hit you every so often. Ow. Now when he has those dots behind him, it means he's going to shoot forwards. And he's down. Grab the black venom and then head back through the portal. Talk to Silk and he will give you a key for black venom, and then follow the waypoint pointing outwards until we get to this area here and go down to Chamber Level Sins level 2. Once here, I tend to head right, and in this instance it isn't. What we're looking for in here is the same thing we looked for in Act 2, which is a little branch off to the side on a thin passageway. Okay, this looks like it, thin passageway off the area, and then follow it to the end. Now if you remember from Act 2, this is where we fought the lightning spider thing. He's not here this time, we're just going to walk all the way round and go to where we met Piety for the first time. Hit the secret passage and then enter the den. In here, grab the waypoint, and then just follow the path in as straight a line as possible until you get to the exit.
I can't do this just yet.
And there you go, we got the exit, so just find it and jump through. We're now in the Ashen Fields. Follow the road to the left until you reach the town. And then we're going to head in. Now here we're going to fight Bruce. This is the rather grumpy shopkeeper in this area, who spits at us in Act 2. So it's actually quite refreshing. First you're going to fight some wolves. They're quite easy. Once they're down, Bruce appears. And he can be extraordinarily nasty. And he's down. Talk to Sin, then head to the Northern Forest. In the Northern Forest we're going to head downwards and sweep around the arena looking for a door. The first door in this area leads into a sort of indoor area where we have to find some fireflies. You will need some storage space for this quest, so if you haven't got any, then go back to town before you do this. And just sell all your stuff to a vendor or put it in your stash. Once you find it, head into the Dread Thicket. Okay, in the Dread Thicket we're going to follow our way round, and eventually we should see a quest marker, although first, for this time, oh there is. We found the Den of Despair. There is a boss in here, and he's a god, so he gives us a skill point, so we'll go and kill him first. It doesn't matter what order you kill him, I normally do him last. Now that boss, if you actually leave him alive long enough, which my skills just don't allow for, puts a damage over time on the floor, so do watch out for little clouds of damage over time. Once you got it, head back out. And now we're going to find all the quest markers for fireflies, of which there are quite a few. Okay, so that's 2. I think there's like 6 or 7 of them. 3. So when you touch them, they drop them on the floor. Okay, number 4. Number 5. Number 6. And number 7. So there are 7 of them. Once you have them, it'll tell you to deliver the fireflies to Yena. We're going to find the door and exit. Once we're outside, we're going to head up to the top of this area. If you do find the little temple place, don't go to it. It's just not worth doing the quests that it gives you, because you've also got to go back to town and get an item. Okay, once we find the door, we head out onto the causeway. Once in the causeway, we're going to head as fast as we can along this little road. Now just be careful in here. If you are melee, these little crane-necked things shoot at you, and they're really horrible, and they're always really hard to get to. Make sure your movement skill is there, and aim for them first, because they can shred your armor and shred you very, very quickly. I think there's some kind of chaos-stroke-physical damage. And I think there might be a spell, because evasion doesn't seem to do much against them. Now in here there is a set of stairs to a waypoint. And then once you find the waypoint, head away from it. Now hopefully it will be close to the waypoint, the exit. It's marked by a quest marker, so if we keep moving and just head around until we find said quest marker. Yeah, most of the time it is sort of top or right. When it isn't in those areas and you've got to find it, what you want to do is work out where you haven't been and just head in those directions. Okay, this is not going well. This is the only time this league that I've actually found a layout that I can't find the exit in. I'm actually going to do this the old-fashioned way and scroll around the map. It's got to be there. What a weird place for it. There we are. So the quest marker marks the position of a chest, which gives you the Star of Kishara. Grab it, and then we're going to head into the Val City. The Val City can also be a really horrible place to navigate. What we're going to do is head up to the buildings in sort of the middle area, and then we're going to try and find an entrance into the middle. If we find an entrance in the middle, we want to sort of follow it inwards and try and find the waypoint. Now if you can't find it in the centre there, it will be in the location it doesn't normally, which is up to the top. And once we get to the top, we're going to do the same thing, which is try and find a way into the centre. Once we find our way into the centre, there you go. There's the waypoint and Yena. Now we're going to give the fireflies to Yena here, and she will use it to burn a hole in the cobweb to let you into the Temple of Decay. Now we'll follow her in a minute, but first we want to go back to town. If you've killed Groost and the guy in the cave, you will now get 2 skill books from this guy.
What? So... Soon enough.
Head to the edge where you find Wayland Roth,
So...
and he will give you a skill book too. So that's 3 skill points we get from this area. And then we can talk to Helena. She will give us a pair of boots. She's also just going to try and give you Groost's necklace. Don't accept it, just close the window. Now hit the waypoint and head to the Temple of Decay. Once we're here, head in. Now do remember to attach your skill points from the town. So in this area we want to head away from the entrance, pretty much in a straight line. Every so often you'll find long passageways like this. This tends to tell you you're close. And then once we get to the edge of the area, head down the stairs. And we're going to repeat this again. And there you have it, we have another long road into this area. Now the second one of these has a boss in the middle. You do not need to kill it, but you can if you wish. Now we want to head away from the waypoint at all times, so we're going to head up here. Now sometimes those exits are broken up and you've got to jump across them. Note that if you're using a skill like Dash, it doesn't have enough range to get across them, so you will have to find an alternative route. Try and get to where it would have led if you had have followed it. Leap Slam will get across those areas no problem. And again down the stairs. And we're just going to rinse and repeat, moving away from the centre. If only these doors auto-opened. Okay, so this is an example of a broken one, so we can jump across with Leap Slam. We wouldn't be able to jump across with Dash. And again, we're heading away from the starting point. And again, once we get to the stairs, head downwards. So you can see there's nothing special here, it's just find that thin ledge, another broken one, and head away from the starting point. Now if you can go right, if you can't, go left. That's generally a really good rule to follow. Okay, once you find the stairs, head down. Now, in this area where it's purple and green, this is the area for the boss. So we are looking for an exit to this area to one of the sides. There we go. Follow it in. Now this is Arakali's lair. She will pop up in these corners here and we need to hit her. Now the little sort of acid she spits isn't really a problem, but however we do want to avoid those beams. When she drops to certain levels of health, she'll go and eat silk. I always call him Sin then for some reason. Now, every so often he'll do that. You can sort of tell he sort of leans backwards before he does it. Those spear attacks are really dangerous. And then every so often these balls will head inwards. Avoid them. Now he will pop up in a different corner, and I'm guessing it's this one. He either pops up in this one, top right, or bottom right. Once he's down, we can head out. And we are now in the ramparts. Now this is technically part of Act 8, although I don't really class Act 8 until we get to the town, so I'm just going to show you how to get through here. Basically run to the wall and follow it all the way round. And the exit isn't so much an exit as a teleport upstairs. So now we're on the wall, we just ran down and we're going to follow it all the way back. If only Leap Slam could jump onto the top, this would be so much quicker. I'm guessing the developers thought that would be too easy and so prevent it. Killjoys. Once you get to the end and find these stairs, head downwards. And we are now in Act 8. And that's it. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time. You've been watching Altec 2K. Thank you for watching.